from Studio A at 1 Biloxi Square in Fort Worth, Texas. Welcome in, everyone, to another edition of the Grandpa and Pappy Show. For Friday edition, our mascot is keeping us kind of entertained this morning, so in case you see some face show up that's not supposed to be here, that's our
white buzz.
Yeah. We welcome you in, everyone.
Yeah, we do. Friday
it's another
edition.
wrap up of a good week.
Yeah.
We had the debate, and this morning we found out that our great president, Donald Trump, and our first lady have tested positive for coronavirus.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And they have gone into quarantine, but there will not be another human being on this planet that will get more medical attention than our president. Trust me on that one.
Bet he's wearing a mask today, by God.
Yeah, I'll bet so. Yeah, well, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
But
our prayers go out to
our prayers do go out to our president and first lady
Yeah.
for a complete recovery.
Absolutely.
Got some good subjects this morning that were submitted by you, our listeners.
We have a
And-
three-seg show today.
Yeah, our first segment has to do with the silent majority that was sent in by Robert Newsom.
Yeah.
And he simply asked why the silent majority is being silent.
Because they're the silent majority.
Yeah, they don't like to talk very much. Yeah. Oh, well. Well, I tell you what, the silent majority is about ready to blow up, if you ask me. I know I
telling you.
am. I don't stay quiet about a lot of things, as you know.
Well, I should, but I don't.
Yeah, yeah. We both have been, we're both equal opportunity offenders when it comes to that stuff. So,
But on the other hand, I've got 23 days of incarceration of Facebook left ahead of me.
and
So.
counting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Counting down, babe. Here we go. Let's start sharing with you the opinions that you, our viewers, had on the question why the silent majority is being silent. Darla Walker said it's because they don't want to be singled out.
By God. She might be on something.
Yeah. she
Daryl
might.
Riddle says she is, but saying, well said. I, for one, am not staying silent. If you can read my post, you can see that.
Well, there you go, Daryl.
I wished I could post.
Yeah, but you do. Brandon Barr said it's because the silent majority really wants peace. They have jobs and responsibilities as well. They support the police and are law-abiding, hard-working people, but don't make the error of thinking the silence is inaction or weakness.
That's well said.
That's very well
I like
said.
that, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Paula Reardon said it's because they want to avoid conflict whenever possible. However, I think with all the political agendas being forced down our throats that we were about to the boiling point. My daddy always told me walk away from a fight when I can, but if I'm cornered and there's no alternative, to strike quick, hard, and have no mercy.
Bingo.
I believe we're getting to that point, and it won't be a pretty sight when it's over.
You know, Paula, that's exactly correct. My dad told me the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he said if they ever put the hands on you and say something ugly about your mama, beat the hell out of them.
Because if you don't, I will
That's
beat
right.
you. Yeah.
That's right.
Sandy Layla Armistead agreed with her by saying, very well said. When pushed to the limit, they will explode.
By God.
Mm-hmm.
And Judge Chris Wood, I like this. Short, sweet, and to the point. Judge Chris Wood said we're all still relying on the principles of American history. If this election doesn't work, things would change.
Yeah.
That's
just putting it
pretty
bluntly.
profound. It is.
Brent Hardy said, we're afraid of the damage we will inflict on the noisy minority. Personally, I'm getting very tired of biting my tongue.
Well, there's...
I'm right there with you, son.
Yep.
I really am.
Yep. Old Crawdaddy Crawford Young said it's backlash, like Darla Walker stated, due to the lack of representation by our leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
Lindsey Rogers Hardy said it's because people are afraid of the counter. I think she was wanting to say counterculture.
cancel culture.
Cancel? Is
No,
that
just
correct?
cancel culture.
Cancel?
What the hell's a cancel culture?
Meaning no culture at all.
No culture at all. Okay.
Well,
All right.
I'll buy
Well,
that.
I learned something new today, by God.
Yeah, by God. And finally, Robert Simmons said the silent majority has had just about enough. We have sat back and tried to go along with the changes that supposedly would create equality in our country, only to have more issues forced upon us.
Ain't that the truth?
That is so. When is enough enough? I can't speak for others, but this old boy is about to the boiling point. You can't even watch a sporting event anymore without having political issues slammed at you. I, for one, am sick of it.
And I'll tell you, Robert, you are not the only one.
That's fact.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the baseball playoffs have started, and
Oh, boy.
they have the Black Lives Matter insignia behind the pitcher's mound again. Why don't they just leave that alone? They've already forced it down our throat enough.
I think
So.
I ought to change those initials to Biden lies most. By God.
Yeah, Biden lies the most.
A hell of a lot more
By
than
God,
Trump
I
does.
like that. There's another Pappyism for you.
That's
Write it
right.
down in your books,
That's right.
everyone. That's-
You'll hear it again.
And of course, earlier this week on Tuesday, the president and the nominee for the Democratic Party, former Vice President Joe Biden, went at it on the first debate. And I think Pappy and I said it was kind of like two schoolboys fighting out on the playground.
I think he said best by a special case, one giant CF.
Yeah, that's true. But there's been all kinds of news coverage on it since then, blaming this one, blaming that one, blaming the moderator, blaming this. I tell you, it just goes on and on and on. And some of the opinions that you sent to us
Yeah,
kind of reflected that.
about
So
your impressions of the first debate.
let's let's take a look at some of these. Bobby Hearn said it was two idiots. Both should just step back. If Trump gets 4 more years, I'm moving to Texas. Lots of laughs. Well, Bobby, unless you have another beer, remember you are in Texas right now.
When did he leave? I hadn't seen him in a while.
Well, now that you mention it, I
See his sister all the time.
haven't seen him.
Lois Hoffmeyer says it was just crazy, but I'm still voting for Trump anyway.
Pat Thompson said both of them should apologize to the American people who tuned in. They both acted like fools, and they both want the highest position in the United States. I don't think so.
That's a fact.
Well, you can see from some of the opinions so far that the debate did not really impress a lot of people so far.
I think they should have just squared off and duked it out.
Yes.
Or at least rock, paper, scissors.
I just want to make sure somebody falls down.
That's right. Brian Emerton said Chris Wallace needs to shut up and Biden needs to be drop kicked off the stage. LOL. Trump 2020.
Brian, he just says it like it is, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
But the debates, we watched every single bit of it, Pappy, and I will say Chris Wallace was a little one-sided as far as being the moderator about giving the vice president more time to answer questions than he gave the president. I will say that.
He knew old Rockin' Trump was fixing to
Come unwound,
That's
yeah.
right.
Elliot Andrews said it was a slugfest, reminiscent of a schoolyard fight. Chris Wallace sure showed his preference by continually cutting off President Trump and giving Joe Biden more opportunities to speak. I didn't enjoy it at all, but I will say I believe the president showed who the real warrior was, and that is someone we need to lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
good.
I don't know. On the
That's
other
a good
hand,
way to look
on the
at
other
it.
hand, Kelly Couch Gleason said the winner. Well, it was a closed caption dude. Woo!
You know,
He was
I
busy.
didn't think about that.
He was a busy boy.
I bet he went and got drunk after that. It's
Bet
over
he
with.
did. He probably said, screw this. He's selling encyclopedias now.
Oh yeah.
Now I get it. I didn't get that.
You didn't catch it at
I was
first.
trying to figure out what the hell is she trying to say? I get it. The guy that I got it.
Well, her hair is parted down the middle now, folks.
My
It
God.
went right over her head.
I was just trying to figure out what the heck.
It does make sense, though, if you think about it.
Yeah, no kidding. I'd been crazy.
How funny.
Or I'd have typed up there, I give up. Yeah,
Yeah.
He walked out his job.
that's it.
Yeah.
Judge Chris Wood said it was, in every way, a mirror of our current cultural direction.
Yeah.
From Twitter to the average newspaper, the desire to divide us is full-blown mode now. There is nobody left to blame. It has a life of its own now, like its own life entity. Trump 2020.
By God. Barbara Cameron Carey said her winner was President Trump. He was having to debate both Biden and Chris Wallace.
Yeah,
That's a
true.
fact. Yeah.
Yeah, I went back and watched some of it, a little bit of it, the other morning on my computer, and I don't blame the president for getting mad or
Oh,
upset
hell, he was
because he
mad
didn't
for-
have a chance to say
He
anything.
was pissed off before he even got there, and rightfully so.
Well,
And there's all kinds of or accusations that the vice president was wearing an earpiece and being told what to say.
well, every time Trump tried to get, fight back to Biden, Chris Wallace would step in and cut
Cut
Trump
him off.
off so that he
Yeah.
couldn't rattle Biden
Yeah,
Yeah.
and make him, make his point.
yeah,
And he would cut him off every time.
yeah. He did that.
Dirty pool, huh? By God.
Casey Palmore said, unfortunately, it was a waste of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Very
you could see
expensive
that.
time
You
as
know,
well, you know.
Very, very expensive.
Yeah. Kathy Scott said Chris Wallace treated President Trump so disrespectful that it is a national disgrace. Rude manners can go as far as being criminal, and I think they hit the spot toward our president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good post,
Yeah, it is.
Kathy.
Yeah.
Bruce Walker said it was 2 against 1. I think Trump helped up good old Biden, who is still a jackass. Chris Wallace, oh well, what can you say about that a-hole that is any good? Bruce.
Bruce, no boy up Mamarilla.
I'll tell you what, our viewers just absolutely tell it like it is.
Yeah, they have trouble speaking their mind, don't they? Mallory Spencer said during the debate she kind of got upset at President Trump for continuously interjecting his opinion. But after rewatching it, I now know why. The deck was stacked against him, accusations levied toward him, and not given time to even answer those accusations. So for me, Trump came out on top. One suggestion, though, Mr. President, look into the camera more. It makes people at home feel like you're talking to them.
I said that the other night, actually.
Yeah?
But he was staring a hole into Biden.
Yeah, he was.
You know?
Yeah, but Biden did it so many times it got creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to me,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, please look away.
Yeah, it's kind of like looking into your little girl's bedroom through the window. Yeah. I bet he's done that a few times. I did not say that. Sorry. Stephen W. Crenshaw said the winner was the media.
Yep.
We didn't learn anything.
Well, we learned how 2 jackasses stand up there and insult each other. I mean, all for naught. And our buddy Bob Baker said, I know you're all watching for my professional analysis of last night's debate. So without further delay, let me say that a 2-on-1 tag team matchup against Trump is what I expected. Invisible Chris Wallace was not going to let Trump beat up his candidate without jumping in. The liberal mainstream media has declared there is no clear winner, so that translates to Trump one's hand down. I personally was disappointed in Trump, not for his behavior, which is required when you're outnumbered, but I think that he let Biden up too many times when he had him on the mat ready for the pin.
There you go.
Chris Wallace can follow Megyn Kelly right out the door because he's done as a moderator. That's my take.
That's a good take, Bob.
Yeah, it is. Well said, Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, your East Texas counterpart, Big Al Baker, he also makes good points. I'm just curious if y'all are related because y'all share a lot of the same outlooks,
Well,
should I say.
yeah.
But the debates are history for this week.
Well, they're having
now
another one here coming up, aren't they?
Well, now the
October
debate
15th.
the
October.
debate is up for negotiation because the president has been diagnosed as having COVID, and he is in quarantine. Excuse me, for 2 weeks. So we will see how that all plays out.
Yeah.
And this time, I think it's going to be a town hall meeting where the audience, asks the questions. So there's no chance, I don't think, let's put it that way, of giving the answers to either candidate,
Yeah.
or the questions, I should say. So
Yes, there is.
they're
They do it all the time.
Oh, they do.
Well, yeah. If you've seen Biden in a town hall, they've given those people those questions, and he
Well,
already
yeah.
knows them.
Plus, he's
Yeah.
got people. He's got advisors whispering in his ear.
And from what I'm
analysts.
hearing off the news is that they're going to have 2, I think, town hall meetings, but they're going to pack them with Biden supporters. So, it's not going to be fair either way.
Yeah.
So any moderator they get from any media source that's biased,
Yeah.
it's not ever going to be fair for Trump.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. They don't.
You
like
you have a good point there, Karen.
Yeah.
Special K.
She didn't have to say by God on that one.
Not at all. But that,
I'll give it one.
excuse me, that is a segment that was suggested by one of you.
Yeah.
Our last segment is, we've been having a lot of discussion, and you hear it by both candidates, by congressmen, senators, House of Representatives, about what are you going to do for the average American. So
Yeah.
I thought it'd be funny to
The
find
hell
out
is
what
an
your
average American?
opinion is of the average American. What is your opinion of the average American? What does that mean to you? Well, it means a lot of things to a lot of people. Michael Berry says his definition is all of the millions of Americans who get up each day, kisses the wife and kids, and goes off to work to support his family. Of course, that goes the same with single moms who do the same thing.
And single dads.
These are hardworking, honest-to-God, freedom-loving people who will fight for what is right and wrong.
That's well said,
that
Michael.
pretty
Yeah,
much says it right there.
and that's pretty much my definition of an average American. And I'm basing it on the way I was raised. Dad had a full-time job as a police officer in Lubbock, part-time job to help ends meet, and Mom did ironing and cooking, and we picked up dog doo-doo and raked the yard. That kind of mowed the yard. That's what an
But
average
you
American
got to
family
stop
does.
and think. When we grew up, though, Pappy, the cost of living was not that high, and the dads could support a family on what he made while Mom stayed at home and raised the kids and did all of the work at the house.
See, I was trying to get my lazy on at an early age.
Were you?
When Jordan was born, my middle son, the ex was complaining about having to do housework and all that. You think you work your butt off? I mean, I was running a business. I said, well, why don't you try running a business, and I'll come home and watch soap operas all day and cook you a meal. Well, she called my bluff on it.
Oh, yeah?
About a week and a half into it, I said, get your butt home. I went back to work.
Point well made.
That's
yeah.
hard to do, raising children. People
It
don't realize
is,
that.
and-
and maintaining a household at the same time.
Yeah.
So,
Moms are superheroes
yeah,
to me.
they are. Brian Emerton says a 9-to-5 job, a house, 2 vehicles, and 2 or 3 kids. Is that what you meant? I guess I just described middle America.
That's a pretty good attempt at it.
Yeah.
Sandy Layla Bennett Armistead said the average American works to provide for their family, which they love. They love America and mows the yard on Saturday. They also go to church on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, that's a typical picture of what life used to be like.
Americana. Yeah.
Now they're burning your damn house down and breaking all the windows at the church.
Ain't it so? Ain't it so?
Yeah. Pete Sanderson said that is kind of a tricky question since the role of the average American seems to be changing every day.
That is an absolute fact.
It is. No longer can we settle down into a normal routine like we used to.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're dragged into the changing political scene, whether we like it or not. And that's the part that chaps my butt right there.
Mm-hmm.
We're having to choose sides based on our belief system, and if you disagree with the other side, you're either going to have an argument, a fight, or a loss of a friend. That's true as well.
Mm-hmm.
To make matters worse, those Hollywood celebrities need to keep their mouths shut.
Bingo.
Along with the sports figures, in my opinion.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
but
Pete, that's
well said, Pete.
very well said.
Appreciate you sending that in to us.
And we appreciate all of the opinions on all of our subjects this morning.
Yep.
We are experimenting as far as doing more than one segment in our show. The last two shows have been multi-segments, and it seems to be going over with you guys.
Yeah.
So
let us
keep it
know
up.
how you feel about that.
Just,
I like mixing it up. You know, I mean,
Oh yeah.
this just in. We're going to turn into broadcast. We're going to turn
just
into
in.
news broadcasters.
That's the way it is.
That's right.
Thank you, Walter. Yeah.
Like it or not.
Yes.
Yeah, but we do appreciate all your comments and opinions and so forth. And
That's what makes this show so unique.
Yeah, keep sending them in. We value everybody's opinion. That's the premises of the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, couldn't do it without you.
We read them, Pappy, whether we agree with them or not.
And this is called not being the silent majority, by God.
That is correct.
Because we go out all around the world.
And we have our viewers are just great, and we
They
appreciate
rock.
it.
They're the best, man.
Pappy, let's take a look at some of the viewer comments we got. We got in. Pardon me. Tom Ratliff commented on our show about violent video games by saying they absolutely do hurt your kids.
Yep.
My kids got a video game from a relative for Christmas, and I happened to walk into their room when they were playing with it. I was appalled and immediately took it from them. Where has the decency gone these days?
Right out the window, brother.
I'm afraid you're right.
Yep,
Pappy,
right out the window. Just like with morals and ethics.
Yeah, it's
at least he was a good parent and took it away from them.
Yeah.
And just didn't let them sit there and play it all day.
Yeah. And that's
true.
the way it should be, you know. I mean,
That's true.
They give these things to kids to babysit them, you know.
Yeah, go out and get them that video game, Benji versus Bambi, you know.
Boring.
Yeah.
I can't play this but 5 minutes at a time, Daddy. Marie Whitaker told us that she approves of President Trump's selection for Supreme Court Justice. Judge Barrett is a hardworking woman who faces raising a family and caring for a special needs child all the while. I've read nothing but compliments on her, and bravo for her. Mm-hmm. Well, I wish her luck.
I haven't heard anything negative on her either.
Well,
I have heard the Democrats trying to paint her into a corner, which
they need time to dig up some stuff on
yeah.
her to make up some shit.
it'll be interesting to see. Ron Myers said, "You fellas left out a lot when talking about Hunter Biden. The Senate Investigating Committee has uncovered so much more on him, and I can't figure out why they won't release it. Last I looked, the Senate was a Republican majority, so why wait?" That is a really good question.
It is, but I look at it as that's one of Trump's aces in the hole, you know. He might be using that next debate. Oh boy, our buddy.
Yeah, he tried to bring that up in the debate and was cut
shut
off.
down. Yeah, well, of course. And our East Texas buddy, Big Al Baker, told us that the information coming out on Hunter Biden will probably not be made fully public until after the election. Some of the pansy-ass Republicans in the House and Senate don't have the balls to stand up to Pelosi and her gang who are fighting to suppress it. Someone needs to take them out behind the shed and teach them how to make a stand. Makes me want to have another cold beer, cuss, and shake my head. Me too, Al. Me too, Bubba. We got to get
I
these
love
Texans. We got to get these Texans shake that boy's hand.
Good Lord, Al, you got to
Maybe we
let
should get him on the show.
Al. Let me just pose an invitation for you right now.
We'll rendezvous you, man.
I'll even pay your gas to come up here and be our guest on this show. I have never laughed so much at an opinion that it's true, and the way you put a twist on them is hysterical.
That's a country boy opinion coming out, by God.
That's your average American.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, there's a definition of an average American or an average Texan.
Yeah. Hey, coming up Monday, we're going to be talking about some funny things your kids do.
I can't wait for that.
And more. So we need you guys to go on to our Facebook page and answer that question for us, because we really would like to know some of the funny things that your kids do. And I'm sure there's things they do every single day
Oh Lord,
that just crack you up.
you know what? I can think offhand how hard I've laughed at my two youngest, but with Jason, that's like a lifetime of laughter with him. That boy's crazier than a crap house rat. We
heard
had so
that.
much fun with my three boys. I have.
If you have an opinion or a suggestion for one of our shows, it's very easy.
Yeah.
We want to invite you to go on to our Gmail account, which is right over my shoulder there.
Yeah.
Grandpa and Pappy at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Or
you can hit us up directly on our show website at www.grandpaandpappy, that's grandpa the letter N pappy.com.
That's right.
You'll see that big red button pop up like it always does. And just push it, subscribe. Won't cost you a red cent.
What have you got over there at Special K?
I want to do a PSA.
Okay,
PSA.
do a PSA.
Yeah. This Sunday at around 2 o'clock, the Lake Worth folks are having a Trump rally out in the lake
Yeah.
in their boats.
A boat
A
flotilla.
boat
They're
parade.
flotilla, whatever they're calling it.
Flotilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just if you got a boat, launch it out there and join them.
Yeah. That's a 2 o'clock Sunday, I believe.
Guess I need to go buy a boat.
Go for it.
Put some pontoons on
Get me an inner tube and a rope.
Put some pontoons on a Divine One's golf cart, and we'll.
I don't know if I should have said that or not, but I did it.
Well, I'm glad you
there
did.
you go. There you
My
go.
God.
It has been a fun week, and
It
we
has.
really appreciate you guys making sure that you get us your opinions and everything. It is so important to us. We have researched other podcasts in this country, and we cannot find a podcast that gives viewers a chance to say what is on their mind.
That's
Pappy.
right. I've yet to find one.
And it's so important. When Pappy and I first knocked around an idea,
For 3.5, 4 years.
of doing this,
Yeah.
one of the things that we did agree on is we need to create a show where the viewers have a voice.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we have tried to do with the Grandpa and Pappy show. And I am very, very happy to say you guys rock.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
do. They always step up. Keep them coming in. Which is actually why it even says on our T-shirts, we're listening, by God.
we are.
We always listen, good, bad, or indifferent. We like
sure
them
do.
all.
Any
We
news
sure
on the
do.
T-shirts?
Yeah, in fact, if you want to pre-order, you might want to get it in. The cost of the T-shirts are $20 a piece. And if you'll pre-order, you'll get a couple of surprise goodies from the Grandpa and Pappy show.
That's good.
And save yourself some shipping. Free
That's
shipping.
right. Now, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, they can get in touch either through our website, our show page, or directly to me on my private page, which everybody that we're directing this at, you're tied into your personal page.
That's correct.
Or get in touch with these two. Either way, just whatever it takes. Be more than happy to package one up and shoot it your way.
There you go. There you go. We're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's been a good. We hope you'll join us back on Monday and go on our page, our email or Facebook page, and share your story about your kids. We'd
Yeah.
love to have that on Monday for you.
Attach some pictures of it.
That would be even better. That would be even better.
If you caught them in the act on camera, we'd love to see that.
Have yourselves a great weekend as
Yeah.
we end every show here on the Grandpa and Pappy Show. We tell you to hug your kids and make sure you let them know you love them.
And make sure they know that the Grandpa and Pappy Show loves them as well, by God.
Absolutely. And we want you to be safe, secure, and take care of yourself this weekend.
And one another.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And until we see you Monday, God bless. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.